Hello crafters and welcome back to another video. My name is Laura Johnson and I like to do different crafting such as sewing, crocheting, this kind of stuff, and rhinestoning. So today I am showing you how I made my own template. I did buy the scales design, but I wanted to make it a little thicker and different. So I drew them out, I made them a little bit wider, and on the template, I kept them straight. I should have beveled them to go with the template because when you put it on the cup, they end up doing like a U shape once you put it on the cup. So I would highly recommend warping your scales to match the curve of the template. I went on Cricut Design Space and I put the template there. It kept doing print and then cut, so I had to remind myself to do basic cut. So, and then also what I've also learned is make sure they're two different colors so that it cuts out two different mats, because as you can see here, it cuts it out in one mat. And I also attached them. Don't attach them. You want to keep these separate, and you want to put them in two colors because as you can see, they were both gray. And if I would have made one purple or something, it would have put it on a second mat. But this is the holographic background vinyl, or what I'm using for the background. It doesn't look as pretty. You might think it looks pretty now, just wait until later. You'll see how pretty it is, because it does have a protective plastic covering on top of the vinyl to keep it from scratching while it's in storage. And I'll show you once I put it on the cup. But I kind of scored it down the middle in the back, and I cut a little opening so that I could match it perfectly in the center like this, and then go back. And I did this the dry way. Honestly, I had few bubbles going in this way, but I wish I would have had rubbing alcohol or Windex to help me do the wet method application, because it would have been so much easier. A lot of people say you slip and slide during that, but I honestly would have liked to be able to have some kind of movement before I really set it on the cup. You live and you learn, and of course I just have to learn the hard way. But yeah, when I smoothed out the holes, or not the holes, the air bubbles, it did pretty good. You could see some scratching. That's the protective layer, so it's kind of good that there's a protective layer over this so that you can smooth out those bubbles and not ruin the holographic part. And then wherever it overlapped, I was just very careful, and I took a precision knife, or I have a straight razor, but I just took it and went down the middle for a seam, and that's how I did that. And then I'm peeling back to show you the real holographic, what it looks like compared to what, you know, that's on it. So after I'm done with that layer, I put it aside. This is HTV anything because the specific look I want, this little roll right here, you can't tell, but it's reflective vinyl, but it's an HTV vinyl. I should have gotten a permanent one, but I did want to use it for clothes. But this HTV anything, this is the instructions for it. You basically treat the HTV anything like a shirt, and you heat press everything on top of it. But you do want to remember the HTV anything, you do not mirror it. You mirror your HTV vinyl because that's how you have to cut it out and stuff. And you know, once you cut out your HTV and you actually press it on, then it's right side. So the HTV anything, you're going to have it perfectly, like not mirrored or anything like that, but mirror all your HTV, and then you're going to heat press everything on top of it. So this is just me weeding out the reflective vinyl, and these are the scales that are going to go on top. I figured the reflective vinyl would give a different look to the cup because, one, you're out in the sun and the sun really bounces off the white and makes it like a super duper white vinyl look, and against that blue, it's just so gorgeous. And if you have a tan and that white bounces off whatever camera you're using, It just looks so beautiful and it's so pretty in the sun. And I will show you what it looks like in the sun, but you can see every single air hole that I have because I did not, I just slapped it on there. And the only reason why I just slapped it on there was because this is a cup from my daughter and not even tried. But if I was doing this for a customer, I definitely would have tried harder. As you can tell with the HTV anything behind it, there's like a clear offset compared to the, like when you cut the HTV anything, you peel off the rest of it so it doesn't attach to the others, and it creates like this very foggy, I guess you want to say, or matte background. But where the sticker part is, it's clear, so you have a clear offset around the HTV. So that's what you use as your guideline to put your HTV on. And this is me peeling off the front of the HTV. Honestly, I'm kind of glad I did this, but you don't have to do this. What I should have done is just peeled off the backing and then stuck it onto the cup. But for some weird reason, I don't know why, I was thinking of, the back. I would remove the back and then add it to, which you could do either way. But this is meant for you to keep the HTV top layer on, and then you peel off that foggy backing. What's another word for it? Foggy, matte. You peel off the backing that is obviously like not see-through, and then you stick your sticker on there because it is a very flimsy sticker. So the HTV back, or the HTV covering, is definitely a lot stiffer than the HTV anything backing. So just have that in mind. And then once I take off the plastic covering on the holographic vinyl, then I add my HTV anything sticker with the HTV vinyl on top of it. And this is where I wish in the design I would have mirrored it from the middle of the template to the outside so that the scales matched up perfectly, and that way it didn't have a seam to it. Or what I could have done is left out some scales and just put some scales in the middle somehow. But that's what the seam looks like, and obviously the scales don't match up. And then this is what it looks like in the sun. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of air bubbles. So I highly recommend, use Windex or rubbing alcohol before you place these permanently on the cups, because these holes have not come out. But when you add the light to it and the reflective part works, um, as you can tell, it's reflective. You can't see those air bubbles because it reflects everything, or all the shadows and stuff. And as you can see, that's what it looks like at night. Alright, so I'm going to end this video off like this. As you can tell, it is loud in here, but I got this in, so we're going to do a quick little, how does this compare? So, this is the video without the mic, with the ACs running. There's mowers going on in the background, all you can think of. So, let's see what it is like with the mic. Alright, so this is me not adjusting any kind of camera settings or anything like that. I honestly don't know what it sounds like. And do I have my headphones in here? In here, I haven't adjusted my camera to it or anything, so hopefully it just works out good. My camera, I think though, I put the noise on it for the microphone really low. So maybe this is too low, maybe not, but this is with me without adjusting anything. So let me adjust some camera settings and make sure that we're good to go. All right, my husband is literally weed eating right outside the door, like 3 feet away from us. He is weed eating around the shed. I cannot leave until he's done weed eating. But this is me making the sound adjustments. I turned the, apparently it was on auto before, so I don't know if auto worked well with this, with the camera, but I went into my camera settings and I actually can see like how loud it gets and how low it gets. So, and then it says to the left right here. Maybe if I move this to the right, I don't know. I don't want it to just be left or right. I would like for it to catch other areas and see if it picks up on other things, but it's only saying the left mic. So let me check the sounds just one more time. Okay, so I think that's it on the recording. Now, I don't think it says anything about left or right, but it says a wide compatible noise reduction, stable transmission. Hold on, let me see if there makes a difference when I put the cat on. All right, so how does this sound? Hopefully this is okay. Again, I don't know. It only says it's coming out on the left. Oh, here's the right. So you can kind of hear it on the right side. So I don't know if it's just a left thing or a right thing. Also, let me check. I wonder if this. Okay. So here's this one. There's two mics. Hello? Hello. All right. So it's like this one picks up both left and right. So I wonder if that has to do with just two mics. So maybe we could see about recording with two mics and see how that does. But this is just me testing out with putting both. So maybe I'll have two, and whichever one I'm closest to, it'll just pick it up. Or I can just leave one on one side of the room and the other on the other side of the room, and y'all can just figure it out. So, all right. Well, let me turn off one. So, with that being said, thank you for watching this video. It was kind of like a messed up tutorial slash, at least we have these now. So, yeah. Tell me how the quality is. If not, I'll probably just say it's bad quality. Who knows? But this is with like the really loud AC on and everything else. Hopefully it doesn't like cut me off when I talk. I hate it when I'll say like an S word and it cuts off the S, so it sounds like I have a lisp. So again, let's try it just on the shirt. So again, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you please watch the videos. Right now, we have 1,000 subscribers. Of course, we can always add more people to our community. Everybody's welcome here, but right now I'm more focused on views because the views is where I can actually benefit more from. We have our subscribers. Now we just need the views. So I need about 2,000 to 3,000 watch hours, 2,000 watch hours, so I can actually link my products down below. So if y'all want to buy any cups or anything like that, you can shop down below. And 3,000 watch hours so I can start getting monetized and I can actually invest more into my channel. So that will help a lot. Also, when you do that, or when you watch a lot of my videos and you subscribe and you even hit that thumbs up, it helps YouTube learn that you like videos like mine, so that you'll get more crafting videos and it'll start putting more crafters in your algorithm. So make sure you do that, and make sure you do that for other channels because it really helps them out. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.